Greetings, Daniel's here. This is a demonstration of a little tool that we can use to help us teach a language. It could be any language you want. I've already set it up and it should all run. Control F9 to set the whole thing in process, run all. I'll share the notebook in the description of the video at the bottom. And you can see here the green arrow means everything is chugging along quite nicely. And actually, it looks like it's already completed. We have 0 seconds. So let's take a look at the output. This script generates a list of emotions. If you double click on it, you'll see they load quite nicely. If you want to add or remove, that's entirely up to you. And I created a little function call that will randomly pull from these emotions. And you can see I've got effectively what amounts to is a print statement that tells me the contents of the results of this function. Very useful. And finally, we get into the happy part, which is displacing. Now, here is the sentence that I'm going to analyze, and it gets called right here, and then it gets passed. This variable, this emotion sentence, gets passed into this print or into this method NLP, and style dependency, Jupyter true, Jupyter notebook, that's what this is, and our distance is 100. If I whack this out, you'll see that the distance increases. 100 works well for my screen. It might be different for yours. Now, how is this? Here is the sentence. How do you recognize someone who's emotionally refreshed? And we have some phrases here. We have adverb, auxiliary, pronoun, verb, blah, blah, blah. We also have some new code here. So this is modifying an adverb. This is an auxiliary verb, noun, subject, direct object. And then we have some phrases or some nomenclature that you may not be familiar with. So RELCL. Well, in this case, this is a relative clause. And this auxiliary pass, I'm not quite sure what that is. So let's find out. Auxiliary passive voice, maybe. So what this tool allows for is to print out some of these words or some of the definitions of these strange new words. So you can see I've got a print statement here. I'm hoping that space is not, or that it's not going to break. And I try to use it like this. And we're looking for what is an auxiliary pass, AUXPAS. And we'll just call this new until I make sure it works. All right, so auxiliary passive. All right, so that's what it means. So aux pass means that it's a passive auxiliary. So that is how you can begin to help your students understand the structure of a sentence. And this is not just for English. You can do it for Russian, Chinese, German, French. Many of the major languages already support some level of spacy support. And what I have used here is just a small portion. This is ENCore Web Small, SM. There is a larger one, but I don't need it typically. This part here is critical. So you're going to load in your German or your French right there. All right, thanks for watching. Again, the link for this notebook will be in the description. Thank you for watching, and have Happy computing.